June 7, 2024, Durango Dank here about at harasenderoff, film producer. Now, folks, everyone might think, wow, why do this? Because we're observer indexers. Because it's so easy to manipulate content and use certain words that you can pretty much be 4 years ago. It's going to be five when the big data dump comes January 1, 2025. And the thing is, nobody knows it's a dump. It's just you stop hearing from that person. They either got so crazy or things got so bad or they just walked away, which I'm going to do one day. Believe me, man, this stuff don't consume me like it used to. But it's how we show HRCR content's not meant for the public view. Even though it's public, who's going to search that, right? These are how HR departments are going to use different Google operators like myself to create content that flushes out information that people are claiming that they have experiences in. And they're just pushing the bar up a little. Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, you can be a producer. See, on here before it was co-producer. Then a few weeks later, all of a sudden, now she's producer and she's known for these films. And that's stolen valor for all those people that work. And I'll show you. So here's I released this yesterday. And when you understand the words that people use, like, is a well-respected technology entrepreneur and venture capitalist. Okay, well, when they put that on her website, she'll now be pattern matched to everything that she says because AI is not going to allow her to linguistic twist, use other words that other people, just because she got 50 million. That's how you have to turn yourself into a digital barnacle and suck that $50 million dry. Whilst telling everybody you're doing it. Whilst they all try to conspire in the background, which if I was in court, folks, oh shit. There's so much cloud content that you can get. But in order to get those subpoenas, you have to have pre-evidence. And that's all in the public domain. So when people claim things, and we're going to go down here and, you take a look at this, and right here, producer Mark Gordon is a well-respected, so if you didn't know, producer Mark Gordon. So she's well-respected, ... Producer Mark Gordon, feature films, studios, see? She uses those words to give her a false foundation. Foundation is everything. Even with makeup, everything's foundation. She should know this because she's everything. You heard me? So here's these people. They use the same information. Intern from everybody. Intern. Where's producer? So what happens is AI, because I want to know. I'm asking the prompts. I'm typing the prompts. This is what it is. But I'm also a prompt engineer, amongst other engineering. And see, whatever the people are trying to do in the back end, these are back end folks. They're stuck in la la land. I mean, this is what 20 years does, folks. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. So it'll be official 18 years in October. So 17 years. See how you push it 3 years? Oh, we're just rounding it off. When were you really formed? October 10, 2006. Under the GP7A tag. That's going to be the most powerful tag number in the entire world when the right people understand the right things. See, I can go knocking on doors when people do a call to action. Hey, we're looking for creators. Donald Trump did that with his son and his girlfriend. And that's why I feel sorry for him, but I've already walked that beat. And I tried to tell them what was coming. So right now, I don't get involved with that. I just get involved with what I have to get involved with because people can't handle the truth on that. But this is how, when you write things like Rolling Stones, co-founder of the Futureverse. Oh, wow. See, they acted like, well, what they did is they planted their tree and they went and got futureverse.com, which I could have got. I got Metaverse and album. I don't have metaverse.com because I didn't need it. I didn't want it. All this stuff was available. And when you take a look at my content, you'll see I know what I'm talking about. But you have to leave some fruit for other people, and that's the people with the money, the ones that shuck and jive like what they're doing with their little cartoon characters and their cartoon land and all their LinkedIn and X and Twitter and Instagram. I'm eating them for lunch, man. I don't even use those. And their stuff pops up when you're doing searches. But see, when you can't look at that search and it's blocked and you have to get a password to come in, they shouldn't be allowed on a open network because it's closed. You have to go sign up. Then you got to go through all their other crap so they can suck more information out of you, so that they anybody that's on these right here, they don't control nothing. They do. That's the source. Those are the profiles. It doesn't have their faces there. It's got LinkedIn, Twitter. You don't want that. You want your brand there. So all these people that have these three brands, these Lucky Strikes, these are the three Lucky Strikes, man. There's three of them. They're out. You even got the strike right in the middle. Read that. NX what? NXgram. Insta. That's what the computer god is. Insta. And you can just look it up. Computer God, Black Sabbath, 1992. Dehumanizer. It was a futuristic album, folks. And it's happening right now before our eyes with President Trump. They're dehumanizing his whole family and all that. There's people that wished him death during COVID, and there's people that wish him to go to prison. And see, those people, when they wish those kind of things on a guy that's kind of innocent for what the charges what they're alleging, bringing federal charges to state charges, which leads precedent that all DAs can now prosecute people on federal charges. They have no idea that artificial intelligence, all those lawyers, all those people that are talking the same talking points, the same phrases, same words, and they all write the same shit. Guess what? Artificial intelligence has no choice, are you listening to me, but to send you off to the dark web and possibly cut you off completely. So when people make fun of Google and they talk shit about YouTube and they're shadowing us, these are people who don't have no clue on what they're talking about, and therefore they're using up my precious bandwidth in my metaverse that I create. This is mine, folks. And if you are able to see my metaverse in your world, that lets you know how it really works. That everything I said is true. I did start the company in 2006. We were working with people with the open metaverse on even people we didn't know. It was just conversations in the background. And so I did run for mayor. I did file some precedent cases that released the shackles from the citizens, but it put heavier ones on the administrators, just as it's going to do with this chick. Because you can't be some 38-year-old, 40-year-old, I don't know, she looks like she's like 40, maybe 45. She's got different pictures and to kind of whimsical you to see what, what is she? She lives in the past. She lives in the past. Everything's 2012. Where's something current? Oh, that's right. She jumped all the way there to being a film producer now. Oh, I get it. Raised in space. I was raised on Lost in Space. See, she's using words that, like I start writing about Lost in Space, I'll nail it. I know all the characters and danger. Hello, Will Robinson. Danger. I love that robot. Wasn't quite the right one. I'd have to hear it, but I used to do cartoon characters when I was a kid, like Yogi Bear. He was my favorite. Hey, boo boo. Hey, boo boo. And then I can't do the words now. See, I shouldn't even try to do that because I haven't heard his voice in a long time. But that's the way entertainers are. You got to practice somewhere. Might as well do it in front of people. See, I haven't even played out yet, folks, and that is the best thing I ever do in my entire life because the God gave me the powers to hypnotize the crowd, man. And I am waiting and waiting. And when I get on that stage and they see me and they go, "My God, he's that old? What? Look at his body. Fuck yeah." So I'm gonna break the glass ceiling, folks, and I'm gonna take a lot of people that are using different words, like see how they write. Raised in space. My first job. I broke into Hollywood. Oh, I made it. I made to break into Hollywood. I was born a producer. Everybody's born a producer. I look at that. I doesn't build teams, folks. I build teams. I build Google teams. And when they did and this is what they don't understand, when they do those call to actions and you didn't get I didn't get him. Well, it doesn't care. We didn't get his email. It doesn't matter. I sent it. I won a precedent case where a guy used that same thing on me and he tried to sue me. And I whipped his ass. And so that's a precedent case, means if you send someone an email, okay? I mean, it's not just one email. You got to send a bunch of emails to lay out a foundation of sending emails. So when you go in there, you got a stack of freaking 30 emails to him saying, "Oh, I didn't get any of them." Come on, man. So there's new laws already on the books of what things have happened in court. When I say new laws, precedent cases that won in court. They won. They won that court case. That's law. So I won't even click on this, folks, right here. I won't even click on that because they can't handle the truth. Just like Readyverse Studio. Whoa. Readyverse? Really? That's another thing. They took two common words and put them together and thought they could put a .com behind it. You have to have something else behind it. Because when you do that, you're still going to get the other words, but you're not going to get direct words of other people or other content that other people have been writing about the future. You know what I mean? And verse. You know what verse is? It's like meta-verse. Beyond verse. It's beyond it now. It's beyond the poetry. It's beyond the rapping or lyrics and writings. It's now morphed into images, MP3 files, MP4 files, documentations, all of the emails that you have, all the fake emails you have. See, all that stuff uses up precious bandwidth. And so it's like having our city streets and our just filled with doo-doo, filled with stinky shit that needs to be flushed. And that's what artificial intelligence, Gen AI, is doing and has been doing for quite some time. I say officially 2000, but they've been able to do cell tower. Oh man, you know what I mean, right? The new digital DNA, cell phone tower pings, GPS, the voice latent print. And that's all the information that every single one of us is identified by the cell phones that we have. And those that think they're hiding and that you're hiding and you're doing all this criminal activity, that's just because the government hasn't figured out a way to attach avatars to the people that are writing content that's being flagged in, let's say, the Department of Homeland Security. You know, right now our Homeland Security is the one that's keeping everybody together, keeping law enforcement together, and it's a shame to me that this is all going on under all these people's noses, and you don't know. This is where AI comes in. Too much of these things have been happening year after year after year, and any people that don't do the right thing, you don't have to worry about being evil. You just got to do the right thing. And so, in order to build all these large language models and now include images, videos, locations, cell phone tower pings, all the people in the grid that's there now in that area, believe me, you could be at an area, and I wrote a book about this. You could be at an area, and it's weird because where we were in 93, we were at in 2023. Where we were in 1992, we were in 2022. But it wasn't just the smaller FBI guys. It was the administrators. That James Comey piece of shit. Oh man. And so what happened is they're not going to be able to bullshit AI anymore. They can pass all the laws they can. It's too late. When Gary Marcus came out and said, we need to unplug everything, a guy that's part of that whole machine building. But see, what Gary doesn't do is he doesn't create any content to put in those machines to where he has analytics to prove that it's already been done. And that's what I did. And that's what I was supposed to do. But, you know, see where it says missing sheriff, producers, film. She's not in there. Missing producer. Now, what this could mean right here is she worked for these people as an assistant, or there was a movie that she worked on, that she was an assistant or a manager. That's what this stuff could, but I'd have to further go and do some more algorithms. But it's amazing how, you know, producer, you never see producer right before her name. Now it will be, because they'll watch this stuff and then there goes the neighborhood. So TV drama, film about missing. She's missing from this producer in the film and TV drama industries. She's missing out of that conversation. So if she was a producer, she would be in that conversation unequivocally. So this is how you tell. This is how the HR department would say, Shara, send her off to the dark web.